Thank you for Fabuletta for sending this vacuum to me to give my honest opinions on. This is the vacuum when it's fully unboxed, but we're going to start with some unboxing. As for the unboxing experience, on the box it tells you the model, the package contents, and after I had unsealed it and lifted the lid, I was confronted by some packaging, sort of sheets of polystyrene foamy stuff. Then there's the instructions booklet, and then you're confronted by the attachments, which as you can see gives you a glimpse at that lovely blue colour. So obviously I sped this all up to make it easier to watch, but as you can see in terms of attachments, you get the crevice tool, you get the dusting brush, you get the cleaner head, you get the vacuum itself, you get the battery, you get a spare filter, you get the charger, you also get a cleaning type tool. So everything is in the box that you need for the vacuum, and of course the instructions to set it up. This is the cleaning tool that I'd missed before, so I show you this here. It just is to get the hair off the brush roller or to dust any dirt off. As you can see, I've laid out the contents. This is everything that comes in the box. There's this wall mount thing that comes with it too. I have yet to put this up because the vacuum stands up by itself, but as you can see, it's neatly presented and it's all well organised. Now I assembled the unit together. I put the battery in, I attached the wand or the extension tube to the cleaner head. Now I have done this before with other cordless vacuums and it's a very similar process. They will snap in very neatly and nicely. I then plugged it into charge as per the instructions which suggest you fully charge the vacuum before the first use. Then I cleared away all the packaging to get it neatly organised to film the rest of the video with a clear set. As you can see, the charging lights were illuminated and I was just waiting for it to get to its full charge before I used it as per the instructions. This was the first time turning it on, and I'll let you listen to it. You can see me feeling the suction power and I was so impressed. The suction power on this is incredible, especially considering the cost. I have got some cons which I'll talk about later, but for now the suction power on this is immense and I was shocked, especially at the price this costs. Okay, so this is the doormat and you can see there's some cat hair in it, and I'm just showing you some areas in my home where there's excessive buildup of cat hair. This is the empty vacuum cleaner's bin, and let's get started with the cleaning. So as you can see, I'm turning the vacuum cleaner on. I think I had it on low or medium at this time. I know that generally I tried to use low for hard floor and medium for carpet, and I didn't really use maximum mode. Although there may be a few mishaps where I used maximum for a minute or I used a medium on hard floor. But as you can see, it's cleaning the mat and it picked up pretty much all, if not all, the cat hair. So initial reactions are very positive. So as you can see, I'm moving around my home on my hardwood floors with the Fabuletta cordless vacuum. You can see the lights are really helpful. They help illuminate the dirt on the floor. So you'll see in a second there's some breadcrumbs on the floor, and these LED lights are really useful for showing me where the dirt is. Also, yes, I saw these two white bits of dirt. The reason I didn't suck them up is they're wet pieces of cheese, halloumi in fact, so I left them there for me to pick up at a later date. But you can see here breadcrumbs on the floor, and the LED lights help you show where the dirt and cat hair and dust is on the floor. So as you can see here, I was testing it out on my darker wooden floors, on the rug, and you can see on the fireplace it picks up all the dirt with ease, so this is great. This is where the spillages in my home tend to be, around the fireplace where the ash falls out. You can see I took the wand off and sucked up the dirt in the tray. Now I believe this was done mostly on medium, as obviously my rug, and you can see there that quick snapshot of the dirt it picked up. So it definitely did a very good job at picking up the dirt on the hardwood floors, and yet again the LED lights helped illuminate where the cat hair was or where pieces of firelighter was. Now these are yet again some areas I needed to pay close attention to, where my cat had ripped up part of the yoga mat, and just some areas where there was cat hair and pieces of dirt on the floor. Now this is heavily sped up, but as you can see just from going over those areas in my home, there is a few hairs starting to build up on the brush roll. Now although this is a negative, with the included tool this is good because it's easy to clear up. Here you can see me demonstrated in the suction, it's actually lifting the carpet from the floor a little bit, so that is definitely a really good thing. This is what the vacuum picked up around most of my home. I did most of the house, I think. Compared to my leading cordless vacuum brand that I normally use, it picked up a bit less than that, but it still picked up a very good amount. As you can see here, I'm emptying it, taking the filter assembly out and the filter out, and I was very surprised the filter hadn't blocked, because with these cheaper cordless vacuums, they tend to have worse cyclone filtration. Therefore, their filter generally clogs up a lot faster. In this case, though, the filter was not that bad considering it cleaned most of the house. So I was very, very impressed. This is just a short demonstration to show the vacuum working in its medium or low setting on a carpeted surface. As you can see, it flawlessly picks up surface debris on its first attempt. Definitely one negative with this Fabuletta vacuum is its deep cleaning ability. In the carpet, there is the surface debris, and then there is debris that is deeper down, trapped in the fibres. This is why lots of vacuums have a spinning brush bar. The Fabuletta also has a spinning brush bar, but 2 of its 3 bristle brush rows are soft brushes designed for hard floors, or at least in my opinion, better for hard floors. Only 1 of the 3 rows is a stiff bristle brush, which is good for deep cleaning carpets. So in my opinion, Fabuletta should add another stiff bristle brush row. Whether they make it 4 brush rows, 2 stiff and 2 soft, or they make it 2 stiff brushes and 1 soft for hard floors, it will make it much better at deep cleaning. Here I am demonstrating the 2 accessories included with the Fabuletta. The dusting brush and crevice tool are both of high quality and they are useful. I do think Fabuletta should include a sort of upholstery tool, maybe for the stairs and for your sofa, because if you don't want to put the dirty vacuum head on your sofa, then an upholstery tool would be great for that purpose. Other than that, I have no complaints with the tools and they are very good. Because definitely one negative is when I ran over after the Fabuletta with another brand of cordless vacuum, I did find some deeper down trapped debris like cat hair. I definitely think this is an improvement in intention, and this vacuum is not intended to be a mains powered replacement, but it's definitely something that will make it much better, and I do think Fabuletta should do this with their later or newer models that come out in the future. Another thing I want to touch on, and I haven't timed this specifically or got any numbers for myself, but I will say that for battery life, I'm not sure it meets exactly Fabuletta's numbers, especially with the spinning brush bar. For the medium power level, I'd say I'm getting 15, 20-ish minutes, and that is a rough estimate, but that is roughly what I would guess I'm getting. And max power, I don't think you'd get full on 15 minutes with the spinning brush bar, so just bear in mind the power levels and the battery life numbers are generally without the spinning rotating brush bar, which does use more power. However, I still think it's very good battery life to be able to do most, if not all, of your home, especially if you conserve it by using low power mode more. The last negative I want to draw on is its self-standing ability, because although I find it very good and very useful on hard floors, I do find it prone to falling over in some scenarios on carpets. If you look at the footage here, you can see I'm catching it to avoid it completely falling over, but you can see it's just not very stable, and my carpet is quite a thicker pile, but just bear in mind it's not always going to stand up flawlessly on a thicker pile carpet. Short pile carpet, hard floors, it'll be fine, but you can't rely on it too much if you've got deeper pile carpets. Thank you very much for watching, and considering the price, I do still think that this is a very good cordless vacuum if you have mostly hard floors or you're using it as a weekly pickup slash in between using a corded vacuum, cleanup vacuum. Thank you very much for Fabuletta for sending this vacuum to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching to the end.